let's be so for real. Charlie Kirk, extreme racist. He was, okay? Conservatives can, be like, oh, he was a centrist. He was all day, okay? He was a vile racist that said much more racist shit than even the average Republican pundit, which is crazy, okay? But he was certainly more racist than I mean overtly, okay? Like, yeah, are Americans like tacitly racist? Sure. The average American, like, obviously has some prejudice, blah blah blah, okay? But Charlie Kirk was just like Jim Crow style, fucking, like, he was an extreme racist, okay? He was. Anyway, that means that him getting assassinated by the kid from Utah, whatever the fuck his name is, it looks bad, okay? But I think it was Israel. That's just me personally. Good morning. I'm J-Star. This is the J-Star broadcast. Today, guess what? We're looking at Leaflet. Wow. Can't believe it.
Can't believe that. This is clickbait. Comatose, you're
gonna see another debate like this.
Okay, so this is called the debate of the century, and I saw the thumbnail. I've already seen this debate. Okay. But, okay. Alright, wait. I should start from the beginning. Okay, so we're watching Leaflet. She is watching a video by Warren Smith. The video by Warren Smith, Secret Scholar Society, is apparently about a debate, which I've already seen part of, but I haven't watched all of it, and I saw it off stream, okay? But it's a debate from years ago between Hassan, Asmongold, and, like, two other people. I can't remember who. I can't fucking remember. Okay,
yeah, Nick Fuentes, Asmongold, Destiny.
Yeah. It was. I forgot, dude. It was Nick Fuentes and Destiny. Okay, this is when Destiny was platforming Nick Fuentes, right? So I want to say this debate happened in like 2020, right? 2019, maybe. Probably 2019. I don't know.
Let's find all out. On one panel. We're talking currently about right-wing terror versus left-wing terror.
Oh yeah, and also A-Train. A-Train was there too. Oh, Sargon of Akkad, I forgot about that. Yeah, I just remember Asmongold, Hassan, and I don't know why. I did remember Destiny.
Right-wing terror versus left-wing terror. This was years ago, so it's really interesting to see how time has proven some of these guys wrong and others right.
Everybody has their shooters. Okay. That was the point. The point was to say that if you look at any political ideology that you could even interpret as moderate, none of them intrinsically are more violent than any other. Even if that's the case, then it's marginal.
The landscape has...
No, it's marginal. That is just untrue. It was untrue at the time. It's still untrue. Okay, overwhelmingly, right-wing extremists commit a majority of political violence in this country.
Which is why now this is so interesting to look at.
You would probably agree with that.
All of the evidence that exists points to it. Right? You have all of this evidence. And evidence to the contrary is extremely limited. And recent. Okay, there's been in 2025 there were so many leftist terrorist plots, right? They didn't shut up about it. And, even those pale in comparison to the number of right-wing terrorist attacks in this country. But it is a shift in the narrative, and it's a noticeable one. And it's one that has credibility. I don't know if I really believe it, though, because do you really believe Luigi Mangione is a leftist terrorist? Come on, man. Do you really think that, that fucking Mormon kid from Utah shot Charlie Kirk? No, man, it was Israel. It was obviously Israel.
These massive demographic changes that are happening in Western countries is in and of itself something that is a call to violence. So this sort of argument, which is so derivative about which is
no, it is a call to violence. Because, get this, Nick, I have pattern recognition. And pattern recognition tells me that when you have nationalists calling for deportation, those deportations are actually going to be concentration camps. right? Where people are systematically murdered.
Capitalism or communism. I think the point was to say that
And
if you're advocating
or
communism,
worked to
certainly
death.
we can find people that have killed in the name of communism. If you're advocating socialism, we can find people who have killed in the name of paganism in the last 10
Well, yeah,
years.
so the problem is like that. But two, more importantly than that, sorry, Destiny, I just need to make one point. One, you can't.
You can't what? Find examples of people killing in the name of communism? You can't find examples of that?
And two,
You can,
people who've done that. But more importantly than that, the ideology itself is an economic.
Wait.
that have killed in the name of communism. If you're advocating socialism, we can find people who have killed in the name of paganism in the last 10
Well, yeah,
years.
so the problem is like that. But two, more importantly than that, sorry, Destiny, I
Okay.
just need to.
Okay, no. You can't find people that do that. That kill in the name of communism. You can find people that kill in the name of resisting imperialism, resisting colonial occupation. Right? Communists have done that. Okay, but no communist has been like I will kill to fucking end capitalism and in-state communism everywhere. Like, no, man. Communists resist colonial occupation, and then they do socialism in their country. And then it works. And then America is like, actually, trade embargo.
Make one point. One, you can't.
You can't what? Find examples of people killing in the name of communism? You can't find examples of that?
And two,
You can,
people who've done that. But more importantly than that, the ideology itself is an economic reorganization versus Nazism or fascism is based upon exclusion. And the principle of exclusion is a never-ending fucking series of people becoming more and more violent in an effort to push out these people.
Next stream with Ember, so I tried to watch this in the video that just came on 25.
And the many debates that you had with Destiny outed you for having this sort of perspective. Am I incorrect?
Again, with the passive aggressive sort of no, incorrect. Number one, you can point to people who have killed in the name of left-wing ideologies. The Kurds in the Middle East are communists, and they're among the most violent people in the world.
Yeah, they killed
No, not
ISIS.
ISIS. No, are you stupid?
It's really interesting to look back. At this time, they're struggling to find examples of people who have killed and assassinated in the name of the left wing.
Yeah, it's funny how when they talk about people that have killed for communism, they bring up the Kurds, right, who kill ISIS, who fight ISIS, the ISIS, right? Because for those of you that don't know, surprisingly, ISIS is a religious, fundamentalist, nationalist, right-wing organization. That's what ISIS is, okay? There are organizations that are similar to it, but it's pretty unique, okay? ISIS is a pretty far-right organization. Okay, it is. Alright, now anyway, and of course they do lots of violence against innocent people. Okay, so, but like saying that the Kurds kill for communism is like, okay, alright, sure, not really. It's more like they kill to, not die to ISIS. Okay, but anyway, who else would they bring up, right? The Chinese, right? The Chinese have killed for communism, and definitely not for any other reason ever at all.
Now we have Charlie Kirk, multiple assassination attempts.
It's
on
purely
the entire organization
ideological.
of Antifa. It's just the list goes on.
If you're somebody like Lawrence, if you're making videos talking about how
Because like you can take, I could name example after example of right-wing extremists that kill unequivocally, undeniably, for ideological reasons purely. Okay, there is no practicality. Alright? The practicality is a disguise. It's a means to an end. So that they can kill those that they deem inferior. Alright? But left-wing ideology, on the other hand, does not do this. It does not end in that result. It's not that there can't be violence that come from leftists. It's the direction of that violence. And the source of it is not ideological. It isn't.
Western society is being destroyed, that the white man is going extinct, that we're being outrun.
Socialists just want to do their own thing. Unironically, they just want to do their own thing in their country. And the capitalists are like, no, you cannot do that. Cannot do that. This is communism. This is evil. This will spread to the rest of the world. We're going to embargo you. Why are you mad?
And forced to take on this multicultural cut culture by Jews that are trying to outbreed and destroy white people. How can you not think that that's going to lead to some people? Well, fuck, maybe we should fuck kill everybody.
We could spin this around right on you, Destiny. If you make videos talking about how Trump supporters deserve to fear for their lives, conservatives should be afraid, could that not lead to violence?
We're talking about how our elected
That's
representatives
true.
are.
Brent, thanks so much.
First of all, he hadn't even done that at the time. But also, yes, Destiny is a dumbass, and he is ideologically inconsistent. Okay, this is because Destiny is not a leftist. He is a liberal. Okay? He is a liberal. I don't think that Trump supporters should fear for their lives. I don't think that anyone should fear for their lives, ideally. Right? But Trump supporters aren't pulling the strings. They aren't, They aren't the masterminds behind the grand design that is our society. They are just useful idiots, cogs in a machine.
For that, I can't believe
That's
Nick
all.
is taken seriously.
KK and C's, and they're hurting black people and they're stealing the product of their labor. How could you not believe that the only conclusion is to take up arms? The difference is maybe that left-wing people are just pussies who don't follow through to their logical conclusions.
What we are seeing is many on the left wing following through to their logical conclusion now.
You know, Hassan wants to talk about people stealing the product of their labor. I'm this tough communist. I love communism and everything. But he doesn't actually want to do anything about it. He doesn't actually even believe that.
That's what I know. That's actually believe that. That's the argument that you just made. You just made the argument. If that's going to be your argument, if that's going to be your argument, you just made
Okay, Nick. You know, if Nick were a if he were a leftist, right? If he were genuine in what he's saying, then I would sort of agree with him, but then I would say, you build the Vanguard Party. You know, you fucking do it. If you want to take up arms, if you want to make change in that way, then just fucking do it. Stop talking about how everyone else isn't doing it, and you fucking do. But these people won't do that. They never will, and Nick Fuentes certainly won't, because he isn't being genuine. Okay, this isn't a serious critique of like leftist activism in this country. He's posturing here. He's saying, you guys are pussies. Right-wing people are racist, right? But notice how he's contradicting himself here. Because before he was saying, oh, if right-wing violence is more common, it's marginal. Okay, but here he's saying left-wing people are pussies. Well, how are... relative to what, Nick? Right? If left-wing people are pussies, then, I wonder who the non-pussies are. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's right-wing people that are doing all the fucking violence in this country, which is demonstrable and undeniable. Anyway, let's keep going. This is pretty funny. This is funny so far.
If right-wing people are going to actually fucking kill people, then that's the rhetorical to stop.
So Destiny's logic is that I am going to be more concerned about the ideology that is actually leading to examples of violence. Well, we have more examples of violence coming from the left today. The position seems to have completely changed.
It's like, wow.
Thank you for making our for us, Nicholas Fuentes.
Okay, that is, if you cherry pick, right, you know, if you take, events that have happened throughout the last year and a half, and you assume that you know for sure that, because, like, can I deny what Scholar Society said there just now? That, like, left-wing violence is more prominent these days? Well, I can. But it's not convincing. Because it looks bad on the surface, right? Charlie Kirk got assassinated. He got blasted in the neck. It was fucked up, okay? And kind of looks like a left-wing person did it, okay? Let's be so for real. Charlie Kirk, extreme racist. He was, okay? Conservatives can, you know, be like, oh, he was a centrist. He was all day, okay? He was a vile racist that said much more racist shit than even the average Republican pundit, which is crazy, okay? But he was certainly more racist than, I mean overtly, okay? Like, yeah, are Americans, like, tacitly racist? Sure. The average American, like, obviously has some prejudice, blah, 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 okay? But Charlie Kirk was just, like Jim Crow style, fucking, like, he was an extreme racist, okay? He was. Anyway, that means that him getting assassinated by the kid from Utah, whatever the fuck his name is, it looks bad. Okay, but I think it was Israel. That's just me personally. And so what does that leave you with, right? Like, what left-wing violence has there been? What would they say? Fucking the Trump attempts, right? Those were fake. Right? Those were all fake. Let's be so fucking for real. He does that shit for publicity. I just think they're all fake at this point, because, and I don't know for sure if they are, but certainly a majority. Okay, certainly. Like, no. Nah, man, it's just, like, the fucking the North Carolina incident, right? That one was certainly fake. The most recent one with the press dinner. Come on, man. Come on, that was real. Really? Okay, well, what other left-wing violence is there? Brian Thompson, right? I don't think Luigi Mangione is a vanguard Communist Party leftist, okay? I don't think he is. I think he was traumatized, but assuming that he did it, right, allegedly. Okay, we don't know if Luigi did it, but, like, let's say he did, alright? Did he do it because he's a communist, or did he do it because the American healthcare is so dog shit that it kills thousands of people per year unnecessarily, and one of his family members happened to be one of those people? And he was understandably upset about it. And he took a very violent approach to dealing with that grief. Anyway, let's keep
really
going.
interesting to see the hypocrisy that has been exposed over time.
Do you think you promote rhetoric that's like inclusive towards like people of other cultures or other colors inside your country, or do you think you're more exclusionary?
That seems like a weird question to ask.
It's a trap.
Do we promote rhetoric that is inclusive of other cultures in my country?
Yeah, like so for instance, like would you say something like I'm uncomfortable with so many people from different cultures immigrating here, I don't think they belong in my country? Would you be the kind of person to say that, or?
You could be uncomfortable about specific patterns that you're seeing. That doesn't necessarily correlate to the second statement.
No, I wouldn't be the kind of person to say that.
Okay.
But someone who would say that would definitely be punished in many various different ways.
Well, but basically what I'm trying to get at is what is your prescription? So a person on the left oftentimes would say we shouldn't, and I'm using left in like the progressive sense here. A person on the left would say we shouldn't platform radicalizing speech that could cause other people to go down this tunnel of becoming hateful of other cultures that will lead some of them into killing people.
Back then, the problem was speech that could radicalize. Today, that doesn't seem to be an issue at all for Destiny. And
Yeah.
wasn't Destiny just demonetized? This didn't age well.
So I'm curious, what is your prescription to stop that from happening?
Well, yeah, man. The country is, controlled by fascists, which, why is the rhetoric changing when the country becomes controlled by evil fascists that want to kill brown
I'll let you know
people?
if you just stop interrupting me, Destiny.
Yeah, I wonder.
I think that Nick's right. I think these people existing and having a voice isn't what inherently radicalizes people. I think it's when they feel they can't do anything, and when they're getting suppressed and frankly oppressed is when they start radicalizing.
And that is exactly how it has played out. We've seen the rise of Nick Fuentes even more. We're seeing the protests erupt in the UK for this very reason.
I actually think that having
Yeah, you're having like cases right now in the UK, and like I just seen some stuff about this on X. I don't really know like the full details of it, but just like people straight up walking into like areas where there's like migrant housing, just kicking them all out. There's been like a crazy shit going on.
Nick on this is a really good start. This kind of, let's just hear what they have to say.
And again, it's because they don't feel like there's any other option because the government is completely shitting on them, right? The government is not enforcing the rule of law evenly. So it's just, they're just like, well, fuck it. I guess we just go full anarchy then, right?
And we don't have to agree with them.
Yeah,
but-
sorry,
but
go on.
What we shouldn't do is pathologize them and like anathematize them. I think that that's what really makes people radical. And I'm not saying this as someone who agrees with their perspective. I don't. But there might be some things that they're saying that are true, and maybe we should actually listen and
So the government is failing us, so let's take it out on innocent people that the government is also failing. Okay.
like pay attention to
Right.
the true thing and adopt it as part of ourselves, as part
Very
of what
cool.
we believe, because it's a true thing.
So now the debate turns to the ability to observe a true thing. Nick uses the example of James Watson, who made an observation about discrepancies in average IQ amongst groups divided by race.
He simply said this is something that is true. He got his Nobel Prize.
You said
revoked.
thanks for the
He
rain.
got shut down from
Thank
every
you.
university. He's not allowed to speak anymore. They're taking everything. This is one of the most famous, important scientists in the history of the world. And he issued a mea culpa. He said, I'm sorry, I was reckless. I didn't really mean that. But they completely deplatformed this guy. He actually, I think they took his Nobel Prize away. He had to sell it because he's literally running out of money because nobody will host him anywhere. He can't get a job at university. And so when you look at something like that, you really begin to wonder, at what point does this system tolerate any kind of dissent? You have to wonder, maybe it's not so much you don't see left-wing terrorism because it's not inherently violent, but because there's no reason for them to commit asymmetrical anti-state terrorism. A right-wing person is on the outs. They're on the fringe. Who do they have to look up to in media, government, anywhere? A left-wing person, you've got all these major corporations, all these
Wait,
right-wing person is on the outs. They're on the fringe. Who do they have to look up to in media, government, anywhere? A left-wing person, you've got
dude, you think Asmongold's like listening to this in real time? But it could be me though.
all these major corporations, all these Okay, well, let's go ahead.
Time has kind of proven this. Now we have Trump in power. The left is out of power. And what do we see?
That was the
Increasing
moment. The moment he knew.
Different groups of people have different average heights. This is probably
in power.
And
The
now
left
we see
is out of
what?
power. And what do we see?
That was the
Increasing
moment. The moment he knew.
different groups of people have different average heights. This is probably genetic. That's probably just the way things are, right? But that doesn't make them any less human.
If you divide people into any groups and then measure the average of any trait,
Yeah.
height, strength, intelligence, whatever it is, there's going to be a disparity.
Yeah, because it's genetic. Oh, there's
Doesn't
all
seem
genetic
controversial.
factors,
It doesn't
obviously.
mean
Shit, sorry, my full race
less
realism?
human rights.
I think
It
so.
doesn't. You can sit in denial.
What's wrong
of
with that?
whatever
Yeah,
the,
this is the thing. This is the thing. This always happens where you try to bring up like the statistics of a thing, and then people just start laughing like, ha ha ha! I can't believe you'd say something like that. But like, is it really? Is it a lie even? And again, it's not even saying that everybody in that group is like a fucking retard or something like that, right? It just means that there is some kind of factor, which could include things like just culture, genetics, environment. Like, there's a bunch of factors that could lead into this, right? But then how do you fix that, or how do you even begin to accommodate or address it if you can't even say that there's an issue?
Say, and I don't even.
This is like the problem that we have with.
Okay. So, here's the thing, Leaflet. There are no genetic factors, right? And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you how I know this. Okay. You see, intelligence is genetic. But hold on. Stay with me here. Intelligence is genetic, It's just that there are a lot of genes that control it. Right? Okay. But J-Star, humans be different. So couldn't some humans be genetically smarter than others? Well, no. Because it's a lot of fucking genes. And there is a lot of redundancy, right? There are a lot of intelligence genes that help us with our cognitive ability as humans. We have it's not that we have cognitive abilities and animals don't. It's that we have like different dimensions of cognition that they don't have, right? We can think about things in very abstract ways, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Humans need this ability. We evolved it to survive. Okay. So a bunch of our genes are redundant, right? They repeat. Do you understand? To ensure that you have this ability to have this cognition. Okay. Now, humans do genetically vary. I must admit that. It's just that it is only between 0.01% and 0.4%, I believe. It can fall within that range. If you take two humans that are identical, or I'm sorry, if you take two humans that are from opposite sides of the planet, they are 99.9 to 99.6 or like 99.8, something like that, percent genetically similar. Either way, it is impossible for there to be enough genetic variation for these two humans to differ in cognitive ability. And that's why I say humans are all approximately the same intelligence, as we call it, right? And intelligence, the word itself, is a little bit reductive because it's encapsulating a lot of different things and blah, blah, blah. But humans are all approximately the same intelligence. But there are factors that affect intelligence outside of genetics. And these factors are much more consequential. And Leaflet just grouped those differences, those environmental differences, in with genetics, when one is actually way more important than the other. That being environment, okay? In order to be, Mr. Smart Man, Mr. Smart Person, or Mrs. or Miss perhaps, you need good nutrition. You need good sleep. You need, a limited amount of stress and anxiety, right? This is how your brain grows. This is how you develop the neural pathways that are necessary to think critically and reason effectively. So that's how it works, man.
We can't even talk about the issue.
So there is a way to solve it. There is a way to solve people being stupid. And in fact, look around you in America. People be stupid. White people be stupid. Because they don't go to school. They go to Jupiter to get more stupider,
just say,
am I right?
It's like unfair because of some other reason. Like there couldn't be. So you're telling me that there couldn't be like some possible other reasons that like we could actually target and fix the root issue rather than continuously putting band-aids on it. And this is the problem. Is like they don't want to even talk about the truth. They don't want to talk about any real solutions. It's all like band-aids.
In order to produce intelligent persons, society needs to feed people. Oh, hey, we're back. All right. Welcome back. The stream went down. Let's continue.
Even talk about the truth. They don't want to talk about any real solutions. It's all like band-aids and bullshit just so that like they can keep feeling good about themselves. It doesn't have anything to do with actually solving the problem for real people.
Why these things are like that, right?
Just the other day I made a video.
The solution to solving the problem for real people, Leaflet, is to give people the things that they need to develop their brain physically, right? And hone their cognitive abilities. That's it.
Examining destiny, making the opposite argument to what he's saying here.
He was interested in exploring like race realism.
Okay. He's an evolutionary biologist. It's an appropriate topic to explore, right?
Observing that race is biologically real.
Yeah, just thank you so much for stopping you.
Why is that controversial?
But there's
Yeah,
no
why is it
doubt there are
controversial?
differences between groups of
That's my
humans.
point. It's like their entire argument. Like this is always the argument. You're like, okay, so there's these patterns, right? Like there's these patterns. Here's the data. The data shows this. Is there anything we can do to like? And their answer is always, oh, I can't believe you said that.
Various different factors.
That is in doubt. That is a highly contentious point,
That's a
Sargon.
fucking stupid
It's
thing.
because of what you're implying. It's the implication. Right? When you say black people are stupid and we gotta do something about it. What are we gonna do about it? Normal people are like, oh, what the fuck? What is wrong with you? Fucking weirdo.
Thing to say, Destiny.
No, it's not. They're over
Really
200.
delve
And
into
then
some-
you're like, oh, why don't
But
people
reality
like
is racist.
me?
Okay, so okay, what
Ah.
if it was? What if reality was racist?
Well,
and
well,
reality
well.
did show that there were differences in people.
Well, it doesn't. And that's the point. Yeah, I mean, if reality were racist, right? Also, racism doesn't say that people are different, right? People are different. That's not what racism is. Racism is when you say one race of people is superior to another. That's what
Do
it
you
is.
solve
man.
that by digging a hole in the sand and sticking your fucking head into it? Does that solve the problem? It doesn't solve fucking anything. By being honest about the problem and being like, okay, like these are the
Racism is also a system of oppression. But that's a much longer
the
story.
data. We can actually from there then come up with like an actual fix that will fix the root cause of the issue rather than
So basically, Leaflet, racism is reality. It's just not based in truth. Right? Racism is a real thing. It is in reality. It's just not true. Right? Or what I should say is the underlying facts and evidence that support it is not true.
just making shit up all the time and just basically patching it up like a sinking ship.
Just because there are some traits that may or may not be factored related to your fucking genetics.
Okay, be specific, right? If you're gonna say woke tards are stupid, they do not know reality. Okay, what do you mean specifically? That black people are stupid? That they're genetically more stupid? On average, per capita? Well, okay, well, you're a fucking racist then.
You can say something
Cool.
like intelligence, which is a highly polygenetic
I'm not
trait.
talking
Something
about
that
height.
okay, if you want to talk about height, nobody's going to disagree with you, but this is called a height, right? You just conceded the whole point.
Do you think that, Nick, do you think that
No, he didn't. Because height is not intelligence. Height is not determined by a bunch of different genes, and there's a bunch of redundancies to make humans a specific height, right? And only that height. And we know this because humans are very much varied in height. But humans, under the same conditions, are not so much varied in intelligence. Wow. Wow.
in any way
Wow,
was
can't
irresponsible
believe
for him
that.
to express that
That's so
while it's
crazy.
Not necessarily his his area of expertise.
Fucking
I think that's
moron.
absurd. No, I think people give their unsolicited opinions on areas that are not their expertise all the time. What are we all doing here?
At the end of the day, all we can do is
Dude,
do our
Nick
best.
Fuentes was so much less funny back then. I mean, he really was. Like, you see the evolution. I don't know how he did it, or, like, where he got these skills from, but, like, when you look at, like, the Charlottesville interviews, right? Like, his early days online, he was so fucking annoying and just stupid and smarmy about it. You know, he was kind of like trying to be Ben Shapiro, ironically. Stupid woke-tard, I'm just addressing the facts. You know, when what he should have been doing, and what made him so successful today, is just like being smarmy but being funny about it, right? Like making jokes and making woke-tards look silly with jokes. That's how you do it, man.
Best to
That's how you
articulate
be
what
a
we
real
believe to be
right-wing
true to the
grifter.
best of our ability,
That's true.
based on the best evidence that we have.
Dude, did this interview?
You blow your opponent up to being this weirdo, this like exaggerated, hyperbolic mirror of what they actually are, and then you tear it down with funny jokes, funny haha.
you, is this what changed Asmund? Was it this
Edgy
interview?
jokes.
What are we all doing here? If that's
He has
the
a
crime.
don't you know? I don't think that's entirely true, because don't you feel like he has a responsibility as being somebody who is a scientist and whose opinion will, by default, be taken more seriously to take a larger amount of
He's always been political.
caution whenever he's saying things like this that could be interpreted in a way. And I don't think you can necessarily treat the person who, even as you said, discovered DNA as just an average person who's talking about something they don't know about, especially when it's so close to what he's actually so well known for.
No, I don't think that's irresponsible at all. I think it's irresponsible to not tell the truth, frankly. You know,
So-
our
so you
society's
agree-
falling apart.
Wow,
because people prefer-
wow, Asmongold actually... Dude, what? Hold on, let's hear that again. Think about what Asmongold has been saying recently. Like how black people are stupid, and they're genetically stupid, they're predisposed to be stupid because of their genes, right? That's what
I think that's
Asmongold
irresponsible
says.
at all. I think
And
will,
hear
by
this
default,
again.
I don't think that's entirely true, because don't you feel like he has a responsibility as being somebody who is a scientist and whose opinion will, by default, be taken more seriously to take a larger amount of
He's always been political.
caution whenever he's saying things like this that could be interpreted
That's
in a
so
way. And I
sad,
don't think you
man.
can necessarily treat the person who, even as you said,
He
discovered
is so correct. Okay, he is still stupid in this clip, right? Like that, like what he's saying is true. Like, scientists, researchers, they should be more correct, right? But this person that he's talking about is also a racist, okay? Yeah, he
DNA
is.
as just an average
That's
person
why
talking
he
about
said
something they
those
don't know about,
things.
especially when it's so close to what he's
It was-
actually
it was-
so
there
well
was a
known.
racial
No, I don't think
motivation
that's
there.
irresponsible at all. I think it's irresponsible to not tell the truth, frankly.
Obviously.
Our society's falling apart because people prefer nice lies as opposed to hard truths, and
Okay,
that's
so
irresponsible.
you're saying what he said was true? Like,
I am
that's
saying,
okay.
I'm saying if he believes
It's just like Asmund just seems so different. He seems a lot more timid, I guess.
what he's saying is true, it's irresponsible to not
Yeah,
tell the truth.
wow. No way. Yeah, you're right, Leaflet. He does.
I think I would be too. If I think if I was on the panel with 6 people, I would not say anything either. I'd be so quiet, to be honest.
Yeah, because you're a fucking pussy.